What's cracking, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. New video. This is going to be my third video talking about this case with Wicked from the Strength Cartel. And, for me, it's weird. Me having been arrested, tried, convicted for murder. I'm seeing things like it's different going through this, and I'm not even, a part of this, but I'm knowing what I did. I saw the newest John Bravo video that he put out about Wicked and what happened from his point of view. And I want to be transparent without getting into specifics and detail. I've been in contact with, or let's say this because it's not constant contact. I have heard from both sides in this matter. As far as I have heard from Wicked's family. And now I've heard from his wife's family. Both sides are hurting. Both sides feel their loved one has been wronged. We have one side where their loved one is no longer here. We have another side who feel that their loved one has suffered and is continuing to suffer. I've made it clear to both sides, it is not my job to solve this case, and it definitely is not my place to pick sides. I'm trying to be respectful to both sides. A lot of people were affected by this. A lot of people are interested in this. And I will say, John Bravo, I think, from one content creator to another, one side is pretty offended by the video that you put out, the last one especially, and then the other side isn't. And I think that puts us as content creators in this position where when we do videos like this that are so serious, no matter what, we're gonna hurt someone's feelings, whether we like it or not. I know none of us intend to hurt any feelings. But again, this is a situation where someone lost their life. Someone else lost their freedom. And to one side, you can't compare. Those things cannot be compared. Because to them, they're going to say, Wicked's no longer living. So how could anyone have sympathy for the person who took his life? One thing that we know for a fact is that everything will come out in court, right? And when I say everything, I'm saying the good, bad, and ugly. There will be things to come out in court. I know from experience, there will be things to come out that aren't even true, that are allegations. And these allegations by either the state or the defense, they're going to be utilized in order to paint the other person in a very negative light. And the people that love wicked, there's nothing that's going to be said that will change their mind or change that love. And they will be hurt by whatever picture is painted by the defense. Those that love Wicked's wife and brother, it's the same thing for them. No matter what's said, it won't change their love. And they will be offended by what the state puts out. For me, having committed murder and having been convicted of it, I know the state creates a version, and the state doesn't care about the truth a lot of times. They care about a conviction. And this is where the justice system is so weird in our country. You know, to this day, there are people that troll me and they cite the DA's version of events, and it cracks me up. It's like these guys are supposed to be, you know, had a gangster past, and they choose the police and DA's version. At the end of the day, 2 families were destroyed. I don't know what caused it. I know both families are extremely passionate and hurting. And I'm pretty sure this video here, I'm trying to be as respectful to both sides. I'm trying to prepare both sides as well as both sides' supporters. Things are going to get ugly. People are going to be painted in a light to get what they want. Meaning the defense is going to have to make Wicked a monster. I don't know if what they're going to say is true or not. I don't know how much of it is going to be true or not. And the state is going to paint a picture of the brother-in-law as a monster. And again, I don't know how much is true or not. I just know both sides want to win. It's a blood sport. It's ugly. Both families are going to sit in the courtroom, and both are going to know when something is not true about both sides. And all either side wants is justice. It's crazy, right? I remember in my case, the state, the people, the DA was about to rest this case, and the family got up one day, and they were yelling at the DA. And they were saying, he's in a walk. You haven't proved anything. And I knew I was guilty. And honestly, I was happy to hear that because I felt like I had beat the case, but I was in Santa Barbara. You ain't beating that. I didn't care about the damage. At that time, I do now, but at the time, I didn't care about the damage I had caused. I felt like, hey, you started it. I finished it. And when I heard the family saying that, I was like, good. Let me get out of this damn courtroom. Let me get out of this jail. I didn't care. I can't say that my situation and my thinking is what's going on with the brother-in-law. He had a relationship with Wicked. I don't know what happened. I don't know who did what. I don't know who said what. I don't know if the things that I've been hearing are true. And I've been hearing, like I said, from both sides. You know, I hear one side say he didn't deserve this, that Wicked didn't deserve this. And I hear another side saying he did. It's ugly, man. It's ugly. For those of you that are watching, we never know who someone is unless we're in their day-to-day life, right? And even then, sometimes we don't even know who people are. I'm hoping that both sides can find peace in their heart at some point. I can't pick sides. Before I heard from Wicked side of the family, I had heard things. And Gunner and I had been told things. And we both said, we're not touching it. And, you know, people, they have this idea that all content creators, it's everything is for views, for clicks. But I know for myself, and I know from having conversations with Gunner, we get told certain things at certain times that we know this could hit. But morally, we're like, it ain't worth it. We'll see other people put it out later, you know, and they get their views, and we've known about it, and it doesn't matter to us. And this is one of those things, man, you know, I'm kind of at a loss for words because, you know, I was the bad guy in this scenario before. There's no justification for me taking a life. You know, I've told people, so if would it have been better if we lost that night and one of us lost our lives? It would have still been the thing. It would have just been different defendants. It would have been a different story being told by the DA and the defense. And I promise you, again, every time there is a case put before a jury, there are lies presented as facts, and I don't envy the jury at all. I'm glad that with my past, I don't ever have to be on a jury. I made this video because to me, it's interesting. And I wanted people to know on both sides that I hear both families. I hear you guys. And I sympathize with both sides. I understand one side being angry with John Bravo, and I understand the other side being grateful to John Bravo. Two sides of the same coin. But at the end of the day, two men's lives were lost. One to death, the other to incarceration. Two families have been destroyed. And no one can justify in their minds why it had to go that way. That's my video for today, man. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Everybody, please be safe, be smart, and tell the ones you love that you love them. I'm out of here.